Hey, so I'm sure you've heard the saying before that you are the average of the five people that you spend the most time with. And for a few minutes, I would love for you to think of that in the context of your business. Who do you spend the most time with in your business? And I know a lot of you are going to say or think like, "Oh, it's just me," or "It's just me and my partner." If that's true, I want to challenge you to take a thought audit, okay? And what I mean by that is when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you think about? When you have your first conversation about your business, what's the vibe of that conversation? Is it stressed, feelings of stress, overwhelmed, panicked, or is it like very serious? I've got to do A, B, C, and D immediately, right? Do the people that you spend the most time with in your business have that same vibe? Is it this like sort of stressed out feeling of like this underlying tone of panic and stress? Think about for a second do this for me. Think of the top three emotions or feelings that you have about your business over the last, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, right? Just think about like what have I been feeling about? What have I been associating with my business? Is it overwhelm? Is it stress? Is it excitement? What are the three most common feelings that you've had in the past couple of weeks? Drop that in the comments, because I am going to read them and I will comment on them, especially if you have a question about what it is that I'm talking about today. But building your business isn't just about making money, even though that is important, of course. And I and everybody else here at Merchant Mastery, we want you to make all the money as much as you can. But you're also building a culture where you spend a good part of your days. You spend 8 hours, 10 hours, some of you are 12 hours, 15 hours every day on your business. So this is where these emotions, this is where you're spending your most time. This is where your days are filled with this. Your days, your weeks, your months. So this is the culture that you're bringing into your life. And if the majority of the time in your business is spent stressed, overwhelmed, and panicked, or maybe it's obligated, or whatever it is, I want to challenge you to create a different result for yourself if that's not the culture that you want to create. One way to start that is to intentionally surround yourself with people whose thinking patterns are different than yours. Intentionally surround yourself with people whose thinking patterns allow you to see that you have different options for how to think about your business. And that's important because most of the time, we think that our thoughts are reality. We think that our thoughts are facts. So, by the way, Merchant Mastery, perfect place. This community where you're watching this video is the perfect place to do that. When you see that you have options, it gives you the ability to choose intentionally how to think about your business. When that happens, when you are choosing intentionally how to think about your business, you are in control. You have the power. And that is super, super important, because if you delegate your power to something outside of you, you become helpless. So for example, if the feelings that you have about your business are stress because my to-do list, right? That feels like that's kind of placing that outside of your, it's kind of giving the responsibility of your feelings to the to-do list. Or maybe it's even further out. Maybe it's the economy. Maybe it's the customers. Maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's algorithms, right? If only these things were different, I wouldn't feel stressed, or I wouldn't feel XYZ. This is why surrounding yourself with different people and just allowing yourself to see like, oh, maybe that's not factual. Maybe there's an option. Let's just go there. Maybe there's an option of a way that I could think about this or interpret that differently. When you're looking at the circumstances of your business from that intentional place of power where you are choosing on purpose how to think about and how to interpret the different things that are happening in your business, Your capacity to grow is infinite. You are not at the mercy of all of these outside things, because you know that the power to interpret that and what happens in your business is all yours. When you delegate your power outside of yourself, you become helpless and you become at the mercy of these things that you have no control over. So part of mindset is keeping the control inside, in your own hands. So if you dropped those 3 emotions in the comment section, brilliant, awesome, thank you. Now I want to invite you to choose with intention. What are 3 emotions that you would most like to feel about your business on the regular? So when I think about my business, I want to feel excited, or I want to feel committed, or choose whatever emotion you like. Like if I were to present you with all of the possible emotions in the world, all the possible emotions that you could feel, what would you like to feel about your business? Maybe excited is too much, but you want to feel certain. Maybe you do want to feel playful or like having fun in your business. Just pick 3 that you would love to feel on a regular basis about your business. And now consider, if I consistently felt those 3 emotions about my business, how would I approach things differently? How would I experience things differently? How would I respond differently to outside circumstances in my business? That's sort of like your mindset challenge for today. And if you want to learn how to create a different vibe in your business, come to the business mindset call every Thursday. We're having one tonight if you're listening to this video as I've posted it. But regardless of what's happening with regardless of what's happening in your business, regardless of your conversion rates, regardless of your sales stats, regardless of your click rates, your email open rates, your Facebook ads, feeling stressed out, feeling overwhelmed is completely optional. I'm not going to tell you that it's all rainbows and that it's all puppies and unicorns, but it also doesn't have to be a 24-hour stress fest either.